Both Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan King Garcia have come to the forefront of a stacked lightweight division in recent years. Due to both fighters' outspoken nature outside the ring, backed up by their performances inside, has led to talk for some time now about a potential bout between the two undefeated youngsters. But is this still a mega fight within the boxing world? In this video, we'll be breaking down how the bout could play out, if they were ever to face off inside the ring, if the fight is still likely to happen going forward, and we'll also be delving deeper into some of the issues that could be delaying or even blocking the fight from getting made. Before we do, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. As it stands, both remain undefeated in the professional ranks, with Ryan Garcia holding 21 victories, 18 coming by stoppage, and Gervonta Davis holding 26 victories, 24 coming by stoppage.
Still undefeated, Gervonta Davis!
Although much has been said about both fighters' professional records in terms of the level of their respective opponents, there's no doubt that the two seem to now be stepping up in class, with Gervonta Davis getting a highlight reel knockout over multiple world champion Leo Santa Cruz late in 2020, and Ryan Garcia following up with an impressive stoppage over Olympic gold medalist and former world title challenger Luke Campbell early last year. There's no doubting that the potential bout between the two would make a lot of sense financially and would put two fresh, hungry, skillful youngsters against one another to make one of the most interesting, highly anticipated bouts the lightweight division has seen for years. So why hasn't it been made? Well, to put it simply, there doesn't seem to be a concrete reason as to why both fighters can't get it on. Both are active and fighting regularly within the division, neither have had any major injuries that would prevent the fight from happening, and both still remain undefeated. But despite what would seem like a perfect fight to make, both the fighters and their respective teams have been engaged in a back-and-forth war of words ever since fans started talking about a potential bout between the two. On Instagram Live, Garcia was asked directly by one of his supporters about the Tank fight.
I do beat Davis, I do, but he's not going to fight anybody outside of Mayweather Promotions is what Floyd said, so you guys got to stop commenting that Gervonta is just never going to fight. I don't think anybody that you really want him to fight.
After Ryan made the comments about Tank's promotional situation, Leonard Ellerbe, CEO of Mayweather Promotions, came out to refute the claims, saying he spoke to Golden Boy, Ryan Garcia's promoters, about making the fight with Davis, but they, according to Ellerbe, said they had, quote, other plans for Ryan Garcia.
But Ryan Garcia knows he don't want no parts of Tank Davis. And if he does, if he does, go get you a warm-up fight and get your ass in the ring. That's all you got to do.
And when asked later on social media, Ellerbe once again came out to say that Ryan's promotional team, Golden Boy, don't want that smoke when referring to the Tank fight. He went on to say, "You know damn well I tried to make that fight, and your promoter said you had other plans. Don't have me put the doc out there and expose it. Stop playing." Ryan Garcia later responded on Instagram by saying, "I do beat Davis, but he's not going to fight anybody outside of Mayweather Promotions," is what Floyd said. Floyd gave that away. He doesn't want to fight anybody tough. It's just not in his nature, I guess.
So let's just kill that right now. Floyd gave that away. Doesn't want to fight. Never did want to fight anybody tough, but it's just not in his nature, I guess.
But it isn't only the teams of both fighters on each other's back. The fighters themselves have had a lot to say about one another also.
2 rounds, you're going to sleep. 2 rounds, hey, it's not gonna hurt. I promise you, it's not gonna hurt. I don't care what you got. Yeah, all that. You better open up. You're gonna need a ladder to hit me.
Yeah, Instagram fighters. We don't worry about him. YouTuber, yeah, please. I'm a pretty girl. That's what he is.
Clearly you want him. Do you believe he wants you?
Man, honestly, we just have to see with time. You know I will KO Gervonta Davis in 2 rounds, and he knows that.
When I want to fight Tank, I know people are, worried about that one, but I'm ready for it. This fight, I fought an Olympic gold medalist, pound for pound. At the time, Lomachenko couldn't stop him. The Nars couldn't hurt. I mean, he dropped him, but couldn't finish him. I showed today that I'm special.
I think, to be honest, I think he a fan of mine, that how he was acting. He was acting all hype and things like that. And Mike was like, trying to see when we was going to fight. So It's good for boxing, you know, regular stuff.
I'm putting the money up right now. If Ryan Garcia can beat Rolly, I give him 200,000 cash.
If he can beat who?
He gonna fight one of my other fighters who have less fights than he has. He's gonna fight Rolly. Accept the bout with Rolly. I give him 200,000 cash if he beat Rolly.
Despite the claims from both teams about one another's promotional outfits not being overly eager to get the fight done in the short term, if social media is anything to go by, both fighters themselves seem to be keen to get it on. Unlike many potential big matchups that slipped through the fingers over the years, both fighters are still in relatively early stages in their careers and, given nothing out of the ordinary, should be around for many more years to come. So, could they face off in the future? Absolutely. However, for the time being, it seems the two may be on slightly different paths, with both teams having their own agendas with their respective fighters. But if both Garcia and Tank keep winning within the lightweight division, and Ryan manages to pick up a world title, it could be assumed the two will eventually come to a crossroads and clash heads in the ring. Right now, you have to say that this would be a very big fight, not only for the division, but for boxing in general. The two are incredibly popular on social media and have no trouble promoting themselves outside the ring. But aside from that, the matchup inside the ring between Tank and Garcia would be one that would really split opinions if the fight were to happen. In many instances, it's a classic matchup between speed and power. Not to say one fighter or the other is one-dimensional, as both have a varied arsenal of skills in the ring, but it's clear that Tank would probably be the bigger puncher in the ring, and Garcia would have a speed advantage in this potential bout. Tank is a brilliant counterpuncher with deadly precision and can sit on the back foot, picking opponents off all night long. But what makes him exciting to watch is his ability to be aggressive when needed, to come forward and let his hands go when he sees an opportunity. As for Garcia, we haven't seen too much of him at the top level, but it seems he's improving with every fight. In his last outing, he was dominant against Campbell for large parts of the bout and was mostly on the front foot, throwing sharp combinations and backing Campbell up to the ropes fairly frequently. His speed was there for all to see when he dropped Campbell with a vicious left hook to the body in round 7 to end the fight. But although he showed he can step up when needed, his defensive vulnerabilities were also on show, as he was dropped for the first time in his career early on in the fight.
Flat-footed, seems like he wants to... Oh, left hand sends the kid down! And that's what he was setting him up for. Luke was looking for that overhand left.
But what do you think? Tell us down in the comments. Is this still a mega fight within the boxing world? Will the fight ever get made in time before one surpasses the other? Or will this ongoing saga never come to fruition within the famed squared circle? Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe.